I'm Shaun White, and today we're meditating on the problem with dieting for weight loss. If you're watching this video to learn how to lose a lot of weight quickly, I'm going to give you the secret right now. I'm not even going to make you wait till the end of the video like most people do. If you want to lose a lot of weight quickly, just stop eating food. Hey, how do I know this? Well, back in 1995, I underwent a major surgery and I lost 20 pounds in 1 week by not eating solid foods for 5 to 6 days. That's about 3 pounds per day. So there you go. You're welcome. I've solved your problem. Oh, you're still watching. You realize how stupid that advice is and figure there must be more, huh? Well, there is. So let's get started talking about the problem with dieting for weight loss. It's a new year and many people right now are thinking about getting healthier, right? Some will decide to start dieting to lose weight, and there are quite a lot of diets to choose from, right? You can do a fast, like I mentioned, or intermittent fasting. There's low calorie, low carb, low fat. You can go high protein. There's smoothies and cleanses and detoxes. There's also keto, paleo, carnivore, vegan, vegetarian, raw foods. And these are just the types of diets. I'm not even talking about branded diets like Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, or Atkins. So if there's all these different types of diets available to us, then why do we as a society still struggle with weight? Well, because a lot of these fad diets don't work long term, if they work at all. And many actually may be doing more harm than good. And that's because we tend to equate being skinny with being healthy, which is not always the case. So let's look at some problems with the diets for weight loss. So what are the problems with a lot of these diets? Well, many of these diets restrict us from eating certain foods or food groups. Now, depriving yourself of something that you really like usually backfires and tends not to be sustainable. Quite often, if you quit the diet, any weight that you've lost usually returns. Now, this is called yo-yo dieting, where we diet and lose weight, and then we quit dieting and we gain the weight back. Now, unfortunately, we can create health problems doing this because it's not good for our bodies, right? Our bodies like consistency and don't want to be thrown into constant turmoil. Now, eliminating foods from our diet can also create nutrient deficiencies. There are 3 macronutrients and about 40 micronutrients that our body needs. And generally speaking, the best way of getting all these nutrients is by eating a variety of foods. If we eliminate certain foods or food groups, we might not be getting all the nutrients we need. Now, sometimes we can make up for this with supplements. However, there are a lot of debates and questions about the efficacy of supplements. And at the end of the day, getting your nutrients from whole foods is always going to be more beneficial for you. So some diets unnecessarily demonize certain foods. Like carbs come under attack quite often, even though they are your body's preferred source of energy. Now, we can look at any food and show the positives and negatives of them based on how we look at or how we skew the data, right? Proponents of a carnivorous diet will tell you all the health benefits of eating nothing but red meat, while avoiding the topic of the several types of cancers that have been linked to overcooked meat. See our video on why you should never grill a steak on that one, right? Demonizing a food group is usually done to make whatever diet they're promoting look better, so they create a false or questionable narrative about that particular food. Now, when we start having strong biases against certain foods, we can start developing eating disorders. Right? We often think about eating disorders like anorexia or bulimia because they have been widely talked about for years. But there are others like orthorexia, where someone will only eat clean or pure foods. Right? And likewise, things like intermittent fasting have been linked to eating disorders such as binge eating. Now, it's a sad realization that the health and wellness industry can be quite harmful to our health because it is an industry and it's a profitable one at that. Right? Bloomberg reported back in November that the global wellness industry is now worth $5.6 trillion. That's trillion with a T. So do you think there's really any incentive to get you skinnier or healthier? Now, you might think that I'm advocating for not dieting at all, and that's not true. right? I'm just against any sort of diet that makes wild claims, isn't backed by legitimate scientific data, or has significant upcharges to them, right? A lot of times these diets are created by someone with something to sell. So what are some of the red flags we should look for if we're planning on starting a diet? Well, avoid diets that promise rapid weight loss or other too good to be true claims, right? If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true. Losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is considered to be a healthy weight loss. So anything more than that can actually be harmful for your body. Now, you want to make sure that any diet you start is nutritionally balanced and not highly restrictive. If it forbids entire food groups or only allows one food or food type, I would stay away from it, particularly if it's a food group that you really like, right? We need to make sure that any diets we start are sustainable for us. Now, if a diet recommends eating foods in a specific order or combination based on things like genetics or blood types, I would question it. We're the only animal species that does that. Birds don't think about things like this. Tigers don't think about things like this, right? And you can argue that we're the most enlightened species, but I would kind of argue that we're also the most unhealthiest species, right? We can learn a lot by looking at nature. Now, equally, I would stay away from diets that recommend specific foods that are purported to be detoxifying or to burn fat, right? Your body does an amazing job of detoxifying itself if you allow it to. This is why I hate cleanses. If you don't put junk in your body, you don't need to try to get junk out. And the idea that foods can burn fat is misleading. Certain foods can increase your metabolism or may burn more calories during digestion, but both of those don't specifically burn fat. There's a lot more variables and nuances that would need to be taken into consideration. Always remember, if it sounds so good to be true, it usually is. Now, if a diet is also based on anecdotal testimonies such as personal success stories instead of medical evidence from legitimate randomized tests, I would research it more, right? Quite often, a lot of these diets have something to sell. There's usually an upcharge. There's a meal plan or prepared packaged foods, monthly subscriptions, supplements. This is how they make their money. $5.6 trillion worth. And they only keep making that kind of money if they keep you in a state of constantly needing them. Now, in the end, there is no magic bullet here, right? There's no one size fits all. Otherwise, everyone would be a healthy weight already, right? You can't lose weight with little to no effort unless you just don't eat food, right? Which is not healthy for you. So the problem with dieting for weight loss is that it's not necessarily dieting for our overall health. We can actually do more harm than good if we're focused solely on losing weight. So look at your long-term health instead of quick fixes. Include long-term dietary changes and physical activity tailored to your specific needs in your weight loss plan. Focus your diet on a variety of foods, right? Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, beans, legumes, herbs, spices. You know, even animal products can be part of a healthy diet as well. But you just want to make sure that you moderate what you are taking in. Look for nutrient-dense foods over empty calories. Reduce sugars, sodium, saturated fats. Allow yourself certain indulgences from time to time, but try to make healthier food and beverage choices the majority of the time. Now, if all this feels too overwhelming, find some help, right? Speak with your doctor, speak with a dietitian, speak with a health coach. Don't take advice from someone who claims to have all the answers to your weight loss struggle when they've never even met you, including me, right? I think that's the most important takeaway here. Don't take advice from someone who's never met you and also has something that they're trying to sell you, right? Don't take nutritional advice from celebrities or influencers that have no medical degrees. You know, even most doctors aren't taught much about nutrition in medical school, so why would you think an influencer with no medical or nutritional background would have the answers? You know, because they have lots of followers or they get lots of likes. You know, is that the criteria for taking advice about your health? You know, I can buy lots of followers. It doesn't mean anything. I hope this video has given you something to think about. I want you to be healthy and not just skinny. I want you to have a year-round body and not just a summer beach body. I want you to develop good and healthy habits so you live longer and healthier. So if you like this video, please click the like button and share it with your friends and family. Let them know what we got going on here. If you want to hear more of what I got to say, then subscribe, turn on notifications, and find out when new videos are coming out. And leave me some comments down below. Do you struggle with diets? Have you found one that works for you? Let me know. And until we speak again, be well, be safe, and be kind to everybody.